Hey guys, it's Robsy back with Paperless X, a channel that is all about digital productivity. If you're new here, hello. Make sure you subscribe if you're looking for solutions to go paperless with your studies, work, or business. And if you're already subscribed, fantabulous human being, welcome back. Do turn on your notifications so you know each time we release a new video. This is what we're going to cover in this video. Creating digital notes in Noteshelf, annotating PDFs, exporting your notes out of the application, how your notes are organized in Noteshelf, and the settings in the application. Noteshelf is a note-taking and planning application available on iPad OS, iOS, Mac OS, and Android. It costs $9.99 for your iPad and iPhone, $7.99 for your Mac OS, and $4.92 on Android. All these are one-time purchases, not subscriptions. On the homepage of the application, using this plus icon, you can create a quick note, new notebook, audio note, import from Apple Watch, import document, or photos, or scan a document. If you don't want to waste time creating a notebook every single time you create notes in the application, you can use the quick create option. You can set a default cover, make it random, or choose a specific one. You can also choose a default page template for your quick notebook. After that, creating a quick note becomes as quick as one tap. When you have a bit of time on your hands, you can create a new notebook. Noteshelf has a lot of cover templates. All of them are free, but you need to be signed into the Noteshelf Club to access some of them. Signing up for the Noteshelf Club is free, so you're really not losing anything. Noteshelf has a lot of paper templates too, from basic ones to very specific ones for parenting, therapists, health and fitness, and finance. You can choose to auto backup this notebook. You can publish the notebook to Evernote. These settings become your default settings for all your notebooks you create in the application. You can set a password for your notebook. You can use Face ID instead of entering the password every time you want to open the notebook. Your notebook is ready for creating notes. Noteshelf has 3 pen tools and 1 pencil tool. It has what looks like a ballpoint pen, a calligraphy pen, and another ballpoint. Noteshelf doesn't name its pen tools, so they leave us guessing at what they are. The ballpoint in Noteshelf is one of the best we've encountered in any note-taking application. I usually find ballpoint pens unusable, but the one in Noteshelf I can actually use. All these pen tools are great, especially with pressure sensitivity turned on. The handwriting experience in Noteshelf is slightly changed. Anyone else notice this, or is it just me? It still has the best handwriting experience you will get on the iPad, but with more accurate presentation. Noteshelf has had the most inaccurate presentation of my handwriting of all the note-taking applications we've tried. It always modified the way my handwriting looked. I was pleasantly surprised that has improved, and this might mean the application is starting to lose its handwriting improving capabilities. Let us know if your handwriting experience in Noteshelf has changed. Do tell. It's a brilliant idea to draw diagrams in pencil when taking notes, even digital ones. This is something that we're used to. Each writing tool has 8 fixed sizes and many colors. You can edit the colors, add more to these. You can save favorite writing tools you use often. They've changed how your favorite looks though. I like the palette option they had last time that arranged all your pencils as though they're in a pencil case, but they've changed that. It looks alright. The zoom tool in Noteshelf looks like a stamp. I always confuse it for a stamping icon or a stamping tool. It's not the most intuitive looking zoom tool icon. You can customize how your zoom window looks. You can switch your left and right icons. You can adjust the margin position, turn on auto advance, and adjust your line spacing. You also get your pen tools, highlighter, eraser, and shapes tool on the zoom toolbar for easier access. Auto Advance in Noteshelf is brilliant. It's not difficult to understand where the page has advanced to, giving you a pleasant user experience. You have two types of highlighters. Your highlighter tool has 6 fixed sizes and many colors. And you can also save some favorites for easier access to the highlighters you use often. Your eraser can erase the highlighter only. It can erase per pixel or per stroke. And it can auto-select previous tool. It will go back to the previous tool you were using before selecting the eraser when you lift your Apple Pencil off the screen. You can clear the page. Your eraser has 3 fixed sizes and an auto one that varies its size as you use it. You can add text to your notes. Noteshelf supports custom fonts. We have done a video on how to add custom fonts to your iPad. We will have a link to that in the description down below. Noteshelf has a lot of font options. You can make your text bold, italic, or underline it. The app gives you a preview of your changes so you see what your text looks like before exiting this window. You can also select a color for your text and save favorite text formats. You can set these changes as your default settings for your text for this one notebook or for all your future notebooks. Your preset styles for your headings and favorites are readily available. You can't customize them. You can only rename or delete them. So the best way around customizing these would be creating your own favorites and then delete the ones that are already in the application. The indentation tools are handy for creating numbered or unnumbered lists. Noteshelf doesn't have a lot of numbering bullet points options. It just has 2 recurring ones. More bullet points and number options could be useful in the application. You can add interactive to-do lists in your notes. The checkboxes have a low contrast against some backgrounds, which makes them difficult to see. When you complete a task, the app checks it off. No strikeout or moving the completed task to the bottom of the list. Let's hope in the future that is something we will see in Noteshelf. You can put your text on a sticky note. It helps you make your interactive lists pop out because these sticky notes have bright, intense colors. The application gives you 10 to choose from, but you can't customize this in any way. Lastly, on the keyboard toolbar, you can select the alignment for your text. The selection tool in Noteshelf is fluid and smooth. The application creates a solid line when you are selecting your notes, and this makes this Lasso tool the most comfortable selection tool you'll ever use. Selecting sections of your notes in Noteshelf is a pleasant experience. Your Lasso tool lets you take a screenshot for exporting to different applications, cut, copy, delete, resize, change the color, or convert to text. You can stop using your Apple Pencil to enable read-only mode to use it for scrolling through your pages. The Shapes tool in Noteshelf is probably the simplest we have in a note-taking application. It recognizes your shapes, both regular and irregular ones, but it misses some shapes occasionally. You can't edit your shapes after you've drawn them. You can't autofill them either, which makes this the most boring Shapes tool you can use in a note-taking application this year. Next, you can add photos from your camera or photo library. You can add multiple photos. The app supports PNG photos. Those are the photos without a background. You can rotate your images, and the application shows the degree you've rotated your image. You can also edit your photos. You are taken to this window where you can crop, rectangular or freehand cropping, and erase some parts of your image. Erasing parts of your image, c'est très cool. It is very cool. You can lock your image so it doesn't move around the page. You can always unlock it if you wish to make any changes to it. When locked, your Lasso tool cannot select the photo for editing. You can drag and drop photos into the application but can't drag and drop out of Noteshelf. This makes for a poor PDF annotating app. PDF readers should support drag and drop out of their applications. You can add royalty-free clip art from Pixabay directly within the application. You can search for images and add the ones you like to your notes. You can add audio recording to your notes. A simple tap and you can start recording. For a minimalist look, you can minimize the audio recording toolbar. You can still use the application while recording, that is, take notes and annotate PDFs. When you're done recording, a small icon is added to your page to indicate that there is an audio recording on that page. Noteshelf also doesn't transcribe your audio recording. A lot of people have been interested in transcription of audio recordings. The audio is not synced to your notes like the one in Notability. You can adjust the audio playback speed to 0.7 times, which is slowing it down. You can speed it up by 1.5 and 2 times. You can export the audio recording alone by itself. You can just export the audio recording out of the application or delete it. On the home page, Noteshelf has no way to indicate when your notebook has a recording unless if you create an audio note. Let's hope they can find a way to help us see notes that contain audio files in the future. That could be quite useful. You can import a document into your notes from files. The document gets added after the page you currently have open. You can scan documents into Noteshelf. The application uses the basic features in iPad OS. Couldn't help but notice how well AutoScan works in the application. Its auto-scanning feature is as good as the one in Scanner Pro, which is a dedicated scanning app. So this is very impressive. You can search through your scanned documents, and Noteshelf will search through documents that have been scanned in other applications. Not only documents that you've scanned in Noteshelf, but if you bring in a scanned document from another application, Noteshelf will be able to search it for you. You can also add emojis to your notes. This is my favorite feature in Noteshelf. Why wouldn't you want emojis in your notes? Come on, live a little. Let us know what your favorite feature is in Noteshelf. For those of you that didn't know, we are collecting our wishlist for Noteshelf. This has been ongoing for a very long time now. We're still collecting our wishlist for Noteshelf. We will be doing a video for that very soon. Having both scrolling directions has sort of become standard now. You can add a new page with a similar page template or a different one. Noteshelf supports different page templates in one notebook. You can add a photo or a scan as a new page or import a new document. You can bookmark this page or tag it. You can pick a color for your bookmark. This will give you that extra level of organization in your notes. Your red bookmarks could be questions. Blue ones could be parts of your notes that you have to review. Not many note-taking applications offer different colors for your bookmarks, so this is really cool. Tags give you another way to organize your notes. The app keeps all your tags listed here at the bottom in case you want to use them again. However, tags in Noteshelf are available per notebook, not across all your notebooks in the application. Each notebook will have its own set of tags. This just makes tagging complicated in the application. Hopefully, the application can simplify this for us so that we can have universal tags across all our notebooks. If you know you're not going to be using some of these features, you can turn them off so they don't appear in your options. You can convert your handwriting to text. Noteshelf supports 65 languages for OCR. Once you have converted your text, you can edit it in this window, then copy to clipboard or convert to text box. The latter replaces your handwriting with text in one single tap. Noteshelf will replace the text as default, or fit to selection if you want your text to retain the size of your handwriting, which is awesome. You can search through your notes. Noteshelf will search through your text as well as your handwriting. You can then filter your search results to show all the pages in your notes, bookmarked pages with your search terms, tagged pages containing your search term, or PDF contents table containing that search term. Independent of searching, you have similar options to see parts of your PDF, all your pages, bookmarks, tagged pages, and PDF table of contents. This will help ease your navigation through the application. You can edit your pages. Noteshelf can select multiple pages so that you can tag them, insert page above or below, duplicate, rotate the page, delete, move to a different notebook. Normally we move notebooks across folders, which you can do without a fuss in Noteshelf, but to move pages across notebooks, that is some level of flexibility. Noteshelf supports multiple instances as is to be expected of any app in iPadOS 13. You can open the app twice in split view and each window is a separate functional app. That means you can open the same note twice. How awesome is digital note-taking? Noteshelf, like our top note-taking applications, doesn't support true dark mode. It only changes the color of your user interface. For a true dark mode experience, you have to rely on dark paper templates and white ink. And these don't get converted back when you switch to light mode. Most note-taking applications are decent PDF readers. Noteshelf is no exception. It really doesn't take much for a note-taking application to annotate PDFs because they already have great annotation tools. The pen tools and highlighters will be enough for basic PDF reading. Noteshelf recognizes contents pages in PDFs, and this is a must-have for PDF reading to ease our navigation through massive documents. On this sidebar, you can also access your bookmarks and tags in your PDF. It will be useful if we could see our annotated and highlighted pages in Noteshelf. Noteshelf supports hyperlinks, another way to ease our navigation to documents. You can deactivate your hyperlinks. It would be better if we could access this setting from within the application's workspace. Most of us want to activate and deactivate hyperlinks in our PDFs as we work on them, so it's a bit inaccessible for quick activation and deactivation of our hyperlinks. You get some settings for your document editing within your workspace. You can change the page template, the current page template. You can rotate your pages or skip to a specific page if you know the page number. The app tells you how many pages are in your document. That's pretty decent. You can disable your stylus or pick another stylus if you're using Adonit or Wacom. You can turn on pressure sensitivity. Pressure sensitivity in Noteshelf seems to improve handwriting in the application, so I have mine turned on. You can customize the double tap on the Apple Pencil too, and Noteshelf has some interesting double tap options. You can select the double tap to show your favorite tools. You can also set it to show your color palette, useful gestures that definitely improve your user experience in the application. You can create Siri shortcuts in Noteshelf. If you guys are interested in this, let us know in the comment section down below so we explore all the possibilities of this feature. You can lock this notebook, back it up, or get information on it. You get information on the title of the notebook, when the notebook was created and modified, its category, which is the organization of the notebook in the application, and you can also get information on the page you are currently opening. That is, the page number, when this page was created, and when it was modified. Information on your page is awesome, but some information that could be more useful that's missing at the moment is how big our notebook is. GoodNotes named it presentation mode, but Noteshelf has always had that. They called it whiteboard mode. This hides the user interface when you're doing presentations, so your audience doesn't have to deal with all the distractions that come with your user interface. Though they pioneered the feature, it's still missing a lot of features to make it as fully functional as the one in Notability and GoodNotes. The missing laser pointer doesn't make this feature unusable in Noteshelf. If you can remove the user interface of your application during presentations, that makes a decent screen for presenting your work. You can export your notes out of the application. You have the option to export the current page, all your pages, or select specific pages for exporting. Noteshelf can export your notes as a PNG, PDF, or a Noteshelf format. Exporting PNGs is best for individual pages, unless of course you don't mind dealing with zipped files. The format will open as images in any application. You can export your images in HD, and this will create a file that is 3 times larger than exporting low-resolution images. PDF is the best format to export your notes, especially if they contain both handwritten and text notes. Noteshelf can export active hyperlinks out of the application without any dedicated settings. So if your PDF has hyperlinks and a contents page, Noteshelf can export those and they will work in other applications. The Noteshelf format is for sharing with other Noteshelfers. It only opens in Noteshelf naturally, and that is also the best format to auto backup your notes. You can edit the file name and hide the page template if you don't want it exported. You can include the title and page number on all your pages. Noteshelf creates reasonably sized files. It doesn't save space on your iPad as much as Notability does, but it doesn't take up as much space as GoodNotes does. It takes up a moderate amount of space on your iPad. Now let's talk about organization in the app. Noteshelf revamped their homepage in their version 7 update. They have added a sidebar to the left here. You can toggle to see your categories, pinned, and most recently opened documents. Under categories, you can have folders, and within those folders, you can group notebooks together. Noteshelf thus gives you a 2-level organization system. That's usually not enough for most people, for most users. Most users prefer folders within folders. So unfortunately, at the moment, organization in Noteshelf is a bit limited. You can also pin your favorite documents to the sidebar. Simply long press the notebook and pin it. You can drag and drop notebooks to move them to different folders. You can hide the sidebar if you want a minimalist look on your homepage. You can easily access this toolbar from within the application. If you wanted to change the document you're working on, you don't have to go back to the homepage. And this is a useful gesture that simplifies how you navigate through documents in Noteshelf. Long pressing your notebook will pop up a menu to open the notebook, open in a new window, which will open this new notebook in a new instance, show and closing folder, which will show you the location, the folder this document is located in. Pin notebook to sidebar, change the cover, rename, duplicate, move, share, or delete, which is move to trash. For your grouped notebooks, you can open or rename the group. You can select multiple documents to share, duplicate, move, delete, change cover, rename, or group them. Noteshelf can change the cover on multiple notebooks at once. And you can rename your notebooks to have the same title. The application will create different versions, of course, because you can't have multiple documents with the same name. So, for example, in my case, I can have a notebook saying say what. So I can have say what 1, say what 2, say what 3. You get the point. Universal search in Noteshelf will search through all your documents in the application. The app will then display the results for each file in the application. The files are arranged in alphabetic order starting with numbers, and you get the title of the file here on the left. On the right, you get the category or folder the file is located in and the number of pages found with that term that you're searching for. For example, this planner has 12 pages with the term I just searched for. Some documents have as much as 500 pages with my searched term, and each page is displayed in the search results as a thumbnail, which makes it easier to find what you're looking for if you have few documents to go through. However, if the document you want has a title that's starting with a U, for example, or a Z, you will have to scroll through all of this to get to it. And that is a bit of an inconvenience and it wastes a lot of time. They should come up with a way to toggle unwanted documents or just show the titles of documents, then display the pages when we tap a title. Going through search results is too manual for a digital workflow. Universal search will search through your scans and handwritten documents as well, just like search does in the application. Under settings, you can customize the appearance of the application, handwriting, stylus, cloud and backup, Apple Schoolwork, and advanced settings. In the appearance setting, you can choose the color of your interface. Noteshelf is one of the few applications that let you choose your app's user interface. You can also decide to show dates on your notes in Noteshelf. Under handwriting, you can select how you hold your stylus from 6 possible options. You can also set your preferred language for your handwriting recognition. You can disable handwriting recognition. You can actually turn it off. We've already talked about your stylus options. These are the same settings that you get from within the app's workspace. You can turn on iCloud syncing and auto backup. You can back up to Dropbox, OneDrive, and Google Drive. Not many options available yet. Let's hope they will keep adding more cloud services to this list. You can activate Apple Schoolwork to create assignments for your students if you're a teacher and your school needs to be signed up for Apple School. Under advanced settings, you can turn on and off different things: whiteboard mode, quick access gesture, thumbnail gesture, disable hyperlinks when writing, lock notebook in background. If it's been in the background for 2 minutes, then the application will automatically lock it. Good if you have some secrets you want to hide. Disable iPad auto lock. This will drain your iPad batteries if you forget to turn off your iPad screen, so I suggest turning this off. Don't disable it. It's a bad idea. Noteshelf is a great note-taking application, especially because it is the only app in its category that is trying to become cross-platform. While apps like GoodNotes and Notability have completely ignored other operating systems, Noteshelf is embracing them. They of course still have a long way to go, but they're headed in the right direction. If you want an application for taking notes as well as a cheap option for digital planning, consider getting Noteshelf. And that is all you need to know about Noteshelf. I hope you guys found this video useful. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Let me know what you guys think about Noteshelf in the comment section down below. Fantabulous human being. See you in the next video.